Hello friends, welcome here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alyssa Paul. I am certified in women's holistic nutrition. I have a background in pre-physical therapy. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm all the things. I'm so excited you decided to join me today. We're going to talk about 6 healthy habits that you can start today and why. I have an autoimmune disease. I am currently narrowed down to 2 different things. So I'm still waiting on an exact diagnosis of which of the 2 or both that I have. But one thing is for sure, I do have an autoimmune disease. So these are all things that I do that I've noticed have really improved my overall symptoms and just overall health and well-being. Tip number 1 is drinking apple cider vinegar. If you Google benefits of apple cider vinegar or whatever, you'll get a ton of things. The main reason that I choose to drink apple cider vinegar is to help balance my blood sugar levels. The acidic acid in apple cider vinegar has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. I will drink this on an empty stomach while I'm still in a fasted state before I have my first meal. I've noticed that when I do this, it kind of generally helps keep my blood sugar a little bit more balanced throughout the day, and having balanced blood sugar overall, generally, I feel so much better. I struggle with chronic fatigue, and this is something that definitely when my blood sugar is off, I am all the more tired. Chronic blood sugar dysregulation is not just linked with diabetes, it's also linked to a plethora of health issues and chronic diseases. So by balancing my blood sugar levels, I'm able to optimize my energy throughout the day and to avoid some of those crashes that are pretty common for people to get in the afternoon and things like that. Healthy tip number 2, and I probably can't say enough about this, I drink bone broth every day, and I literally mean every day. It's the very first thing I break my fast with for a couple of reasons. First of all, I tend to work out during my fasted state, so by drinking bone broth, it's kind of like my post-workouts drink, if you will. It's just flooded with all sorts of amino acids and proteins and all the necessary building blocks that my muscles will need to begin their repairing work. Wow, it just got really bright in here. I think I'm overexposed. It's chocked full of nutrients such as collagen, which is essential for your hair, your skin, your nails, your joints. Glutathione is essential for liver detoxification. Glutamine is great for your gut as it's rebuilding and repairing every day, especially if you struggle with things like irritable bowel disease or leaky gut or SIBO or IBS, any of those things. Bone broth contains a lot of nutrients that help fight inflammation in your body. It also contains a lot of vitamins and minerals, so it's just this great boost for the day. This sun is not going away. I am way overexposed right now, but I don't want to change it because I know it's gonna go behind the cloud again and then I'm gonna be too dark. Anyways. The reason I usually choose bone broth to break my fast is because it's also super easy to digest. Back to balancing blood sugar, it doesn't contain any carbohydrates or sugars, so as a very first food to ingest, it's not going to cause an insulin spike. So I can already start gearing up my digestive system. I can give myself a little bit of a vitamin and nutrient boost without causing an insulin spike. So I will be in my fast, I'll drink my apple cider vinegar, and then I'll drink a good bit of bone broth, and then shortly after that I'll go into my first meal, or I'll break my fast with breakfast for the day. When you are looking in the grocery store for bone broth to drink, if you're looking at a beef bone broth, look for 100% grass-fed. If it's chicken, look for pasture-raised or free-range. Organic. Those are great things to keep in mind when you're looking for a bone broth, because you are extracting those nutrients from the bones and cartilage of the animal. You want to make sure that you're getting it from a healthy animal. Okay, tip number 3 is I salt my water, and I don't drink salty water. It's not salty, but I put a little bit of Celtic sea salt in my water throughout the day, especially first thing in the morning, because I'm on a fast. And naturally, when you're in a fasted state, it just puts a little bit of more stress on your adrenal glands, and adding a little bit of salt to your water helps take some of that stress off of your adrenal glands. Beyond that, though, Celtic sea salt is full of trace minerals by adding this to my water, I am increasing my trace mineral stores. Minerals is something that most people don't really think about as like optimal for health or like important, but minerals are actually like a really important component of your health. They provide the catalyst, they're like helpers for a lot of your body's natural processes, and when you're lacking in them, your processes in your body can't function the way that they're supposed to, and there's kind of like this trickle effect. A lot of people think that salt's bad for you, you need to like have less of it, but especially when you're eating a whole foods diet, you're probably naturally low in those minerals. So incorporating a mineral salt into your water or your food is a great way to up those trace minerals. It also allows for better hydration. It is possible to drink water and still be dehydrated. The minerals in the water act as electrolytes. Those help your body to properly absorb and utilize the hydration you're getting. Also, a really nice perk of putting a little bit of salt in your water is it does cut back on bathroom breaks. So if you've ever like tried drinking a lot of water in a day, you will have noticed probably that you went to the bathroom like way more than you wanted to, and it probably made you think like, is this even worth it? By just putting like a pinch of mineral salt in your water really cuts back on bathroom breaks. I drink a ton of water, and I don't think I go to the bathroom any more than like anyone else does. Okay, my fourth healthy habit tip that I have probably isn't something that you would think of as a healthy habit, but in reality is super, super, super important for your overall health, and that's decluttering and organizing your space. Studies have been shown that when you live in a cluttered or disorganized space, it naturally will increase your stress levels, which chronically high stress levels will lead to chronically high cortisol levels, which leads to like a whole slew of problems. Chronically high cortisol levels lead to a bunch of health issues, diseases. It can lead to digestive issues, hormone imbalances, including infertility. Like, it's not something you would think of as like a big deal, but it really is a big deal. So I've lately been really trying to make an effort to organize my home, to find a home for everything, to declutter things that we aren't using, that we don't need, that we have extra of, or that I think someone else might enjoy better than me. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to create a home and an environment for my family that is much more organized, that isn't full of clutter, and will be a nice, relaxing environment for us to do our life in. This is a healthy thing in the long run, beyond just it being nice to know where all my things are. The fifth healthy habit that I do, I just did like the fifth healthy habit. Okay, I just have to do this little disclaimer. This is something that I do, and that with my health problems, I have found is like night and day, makes a great difference for me. But not everyone is me. It might work great for you, it might not. So I just want to preface that with that little disclaimer. Intermittent fasting. Yeah, don't tune me out. I know that's like all over the place, and like there's a ton of different ways to intermittent fast. I'm not going into all that. This isn't an intermittent fasting video, and I'm not saying that everyone should be doing it. I do think it's been very beneficial for me. And I do think there is a population of people that could really benefit from it. The way I intermittent fast is I'm not concerned about numbers, but like I'm roughly doing a 16-8 intermittent fast. So by doing that, I am leaving myself a span of time every day where I'm in a fasted state. This will stimulate my migrating motor complex, and what the migrating motor complex does is it's basically your gut's like housekeeper. It does the cleaning, it does the maintenance work in your gut, so to speak, and it is interrupted when you eat. By allowing myself between 7:30 p.m. and 11:30 a.m. of being in a fasted state, I'm allowing my migrating motor complex to basically do a lot of upkeep in my digestive system. Another reason that I choose to intermittent fast is it does help increase insulin sensitivity, because like I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to make sure that I maintain a very stable blood sugar level. That's something that I've done that I've noticed has really helped in that area. I also just feel so much better. Like, I notice on days when I'm not able to keep that window as much as I would like, or it gets interrupted for one reason or the other, I feel it, guys. Like, oh man, I just do not feel as good. This is something that I've noticed for me and my health condition has made a huge impact. So may or may not work for you. My sixth and final healthy tip for today is I try to get outside in the morning as soon as I wake up. I literally will try to get out of bed, brush my teeth, get dressed, and then just spend like 5 minutes outside. I have a good excuse. I have ducks. So in the morning, I have to go let them out. So for me, it's like a good incentive to get out there. But beyond just taking care of them, I try to do this because it's a good way for your body to get that natural sunlight. And it gives you that energy, and it helps offset the melatonin that you make at night. Yeah, so it kind of switches your body from nighttime to daytime, and it's just really good for your internal body clock to know, like, okay, it's morning, it's time to wake up and start daytime things. It's also just really nice to like get outside for just a couple minutes and breathe in some good fresh air in the morning before I come back in and start my morning routine. Thank you guys for watching. I've enjoyed sharing this. I hope you enjoyed listening. For more information about myself, my practice, visit vineandbranchesnutrition.com or follow me on Instagram at vineandbranchesnutrition. If you've enjoyed this content and would like to see more of it in the future, it sure helps out my channel if you would go ahead and hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll get notified with all my future videos. I want to bring a lot of good nutrition content to you, as well as a lot of health and motherhood content as well, to be helpful and beneficial to you. But that's all for today, so I'll see you in my next video.